let's do a little bit of research. You have this in front of you. These are all based on large studies about human communication. First of all, 3 steps. Human communication has 3 steps in it. 1, share information. 2, generate understanding. 3, reinforce key messages. And in this day and age today, with technology, we are pushing more and more and more and more information out. Websites, mobile devices, etc. But have we created understanding, and are we repeating the same messages, or are we just creating so much noise that we pick and choose if and when we're going to look at something or read something? The power of blind copies is huge. Secondly, critical messages, not every day, but critical messages, things like process changes, financial results, changes in computer systems, changes in leadership, changes in customer standards. Critical messages have to be repeated at least 7 times before the average person retains it. And I can tell you that going to hundreds of organizations, and they say, well, we're trying to implement this change, and you start asking them, well, how many times have you communicated? Well, we had a meeting, and we put it out on the website. Okay. Maybe that's part of the reason people haven't got it yet. You haven't created understanding because there's so much other noise out there. Many organizations fall short here. The next is, our human brains process 4 times faster than the average person can speak. So if you're in a meeting and you throw charts and graphs up, or some slide with lots and lots of text, people aren't going to pay attention to you because you're talking too slow. That's why something as simple as putting animation in and showing the information helps retention, because we can process 4 times faster than the average person can speak. Research also says that up to 20 to 30% of what we intended the person to hear doesn't happen. So we give someone instructions one time, and we wonder sometimes why they didn't get it. Because giving it, we've created some opportunities to provide clarity, and they didn't get it, and therefore they don't do what we want them to. Next is a really interesting one, especially in many cultures that I'm in today, business cultures, and that is that we hear no 4 times more than we hear the word yes. No becomes negative reinforcement. And if you want to be effective in communication, it's really important not to overdo that. Next, 1/10 of 1 second. Very interesting research. First impressions, 1/10 of 1 second. Based on height, weight, physical attributes, what comes out of your mouth. 1/10 of 1 second. So then I've got to try to pay attention to see if that first impression was accurate or not. Walk into an office and somebody seems to have a scowl on their face, you immediately think they're not in a good mood. Maybe I need to leave. Research also shows that 80% of people who fail their jobs fail it for 2 reasons: listening and poor communication skills. 80%. Next to that would be attendance. That's the other one. And then finally, why is this important to your business? Research that was done showed companies that had about 100 employees, so small organizations, spend about 17 hours a week clarifying communication, which equates to about $500,000 annually.